You check your bank balance at the end of the month, and the number staring back at you is smaller than you expected. No crisis, no big purchases, just missing. This is the silent leak, and almost everyone has it. It doesn't feel dramatic because it happens 10, 20, 50 rupees at a time. A delivery fee here, a subscription renewal there, a convenience charge you didn't notice. Nothing individually alarming, but over 12 months. These tiny decisions behave like compound interest, in reverse. That's why saving money is no longer about discipline. It is about understanding the machine that is quietly siphoning cash out of people's accounts every day. And right now matters because the machine is getting faster. In the last 5 years, average convenience fees on digital payments have gone up, subscription models multiplied, BNPL platforms made later feel free, retail inflation pressed upward, and incomes not moving as quickly. The system counts on one thing, that you won't do the math. So let's do it. Step 1. Track friction. Friction is anything that makes spending easier than thinking. Auto-renew. One-tap checkout, stored cards, but dash now, dash pay, dash later. Each feature lowers the pain of purchase by design. Behavioral economists have argued for years that if you dull the pinch, people spend more. Tech finally industrialized it. Imagine the timelines. In 2005, you wanted a movie. You got dressed, went to a store, and paid cash. Today, you tap. That's not convenience. That's friction removal. And it makes savings harder. Step 2. Classify spending. Not into essential and non-essential. That's too crude. Classify into predictable, unpredictable, and invisible. Predictable is rent and groceries, easy to budget. Unpredictable is health expenses and repairs, hard to forecast but real. Invisible is the leak. This includes free trials, loyalty memberships, delivery markups, Emmy interest, impulse snacks, digital tips, and the late-night dopamine purchases. Invisible spending is dangerous because you never register it as spending. You register it as normal life. Step 3. Expose the math. Most people believe they can't save because their income is low or expenses are fixed. Sometimes true, but often. The invisible category alone can exceed 5 to 15% of monthly income over a year. That is multiple months of rent, an emergency fund, or an investment you never made. Now the uncomfortable part. Saving money isn't just about cutting lattes. It's about noticing how your habits intersect with an economy built to capture your impulses. Retailers know that 3 seconds of hesitation can kill a sale, so they remove the 3 seconds. BNPL knows that if you swap the word debt for later, conversion increases. Delivery apps know humans overweight time savings even when fees triple the meal cost. And your brain, it falls for all of it because it is optimized for survival, not spreadsheets. Here's where it gets ironic. The same tools that make spending effortless also make saving possible. Automation works both ways. Auto-renew steals money. Auto-invest grows it. Automatic transfers to a separate account create friction in reverse. You make saving the default and spending the decision. The hype says saving requires willpower. Reality says saving requires structure. Zooming out, the stakes are bigger than individual bank accounts. When more consumption is driven by frictionless design rather than actual need, households weaken faster during shocks. A small layoff or medical bill becomes catastrophic. Emergency funds disappear. Credit fills the gap, and the silently turns into loud debt. The question isn't how much should you save. The better question is how much are you losing without noticing. So here's the final twist. The easiest money to save is the money you never spend. But that requires seeing the leak, naming it, and adding the friction back in on purpose. And the conclusion is not neat. Saving in 2026 is less about sacrificing pleasures and more about wrestling with an economy that profits when you forget to care. So ask yourself, if spending has become effortless, what would it take to make saving feel the same?